feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Welcome, everybody. Take the headphones off for right now. So I'm reading in chat. I see somebody asked, what is this channel about? And when is the live starting? So this channel is about mental health. But at 2:30 in the morning, I don't cover mental health. I like to just hang out with the community. Thank you, Precious. Yes, I did have a birthday not too long ago. Welcome. Keep up the chatter. Barbosa, it's good seeing you again. Betty Dan Boop, how are you doing? Tina C, welcome. CJ, how's everybody doing? So this is mainly a mental health channel, but at 2:30 in the morning, I welcome people with, that are insomnia, that can't sleep, that need somewhere to go where they can just talk and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Usually every night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I talk about mental health, all things mental health, because you don't know who's going through something. Somebody might be struggling with something. So that's the reason why I created this channel, All Things Serious, and try to eliminate the stigma about mental health. Rhoda hated. So I have insomnia, and I struggle with mental health issues, and I like to share it. But that's not what I'm here for tonight. I'm here for you guys. So how's everybody doing tonight? Kentucky Lee, Miranda Lee, nice to meet you. How's everybody doing? And you see, my house is a little messy right now because I'm in the middle of rearranging things. So that's awesome to hear, Lisa. Got your day done a little early. Fantastic. Yes, insomnia is painful. It sucks. It really does. Because when you're tired and you can't sleep, all you do is toss and turn. Yep. Mount Mama insomnia. Miranda Lee, I'm in New Hampshire, by the way, on the East Coast. So some of you know that I had a live earlier, and I try to do 2 lives a day. One live where it's serious, and I'm talking about serious stuff, and people in chat are talking about serious stuff, and we try to be there for each other. But then at night, it's more calming. Stephanie Howerton said, messes up getting things done during the day. That's what insomnia does. Yep. Arkansas. I have a mod and a friend that lives in Arkansas. Yes. Justice Jane, how you doing? And when you can't sleep, you worry about not being able to sleep, then you really can't fall asleep. That's a good way to put it. Very good way to put it. And then there's also things. Yes, Brandy Williams. I tried to, you know what I'm saying? Especially among men. A lot of men struggle with mental health. And if they talk about it, and they had, so growing up, I was taught to be a man and not talk about problems, not talk about depression, not talk about you can't have emotions. Men aren't supposed to cry. Well, that is not true. Men should cry because it makes them a man. Men have emotions just like women have emotions. But men, you won't suffocate, precious. Lavender buttons. Men are like, how do I say it? The stigma. There's a stigma around men having depression and mental health issues. There is a stigma around it. Yes, Brandy. Thank you, Tina. CPAP won't make you suffocate. I've pretty much been awake since birth. Only sleep 2 to 6 hours anymore that I feel hungover. Well, I'm going to open up the panel and see whoever wants to come up, because I welcome all people to come up and talk and hang out. So, April Tobin, how you doing? Yes, Lisa. There shouldn't be a stigma because we're all human beings. So, let me get my headphones on because I got Tina coming up. So, let me get my headphones on because I got Tina coming up. You got YouTube in the background, Tina.
Oh, I gotta turn it down. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I just don't like typing, so that's the only reason I come on here. I just learned about you today, so hi everybody. Somebody else has got to join.
Yeah, it always keeps the show interesting.
Yeah, because I can't
So
sleep tonight. I'm wide awake, so people, come on.
let me do this. I'll pin it in the comments. So if anybody wants to come up, they're more than welcome.
I hate
Um,
typing. That's the only reason I like to join the panel. Well, Brittany's the only one I've ever joined ever.
so I've been on Brittany's panel so many times back in the day. During the Kylie Rodney, the Gannon Stout, the Quentin Simon, all that,
Oh wow.
way back in the day. What's up, Johnny? How you doing?
I just this
So
tonight was my third time ever.
yeah, I used to. A lot of people that are OGs to Brittany will know that I was an OG um, to Brittany's channel.
She's so sweet.
Yes, she is. She's very sweet. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that actually encouraged me to start a mental health channel.
That's awesome.
So
CJ, he can join.
you can join us, CJ, if you want to. You're more than welcome. You can pop up.
So yours is about mental health and
Strictly mental health. And then what I normally do is the first half of the show, I talk about mental health.
thank you,
And then the
CJ.
second,
Sorry.
yeah, I see it. You have a great voice, Tina.
Well, thank you.
So, and thank you for what you're doing, CJ.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
very
you got to,
awesome.
yes. I hear you doing big things. Going over there and getting the footwork in. That's awesome. So Monday through Friday is strictly mental health at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
Okay. The first half of the show, I talk about a specific subject like anxiety, PTSD, or I'll mix the two together.
So,
You know, CJ asked, have you thought about playing a movie intro when you popped on? Amazing voice, bro. Thank you. Yeah. I get that all the time. People say I should do voiceovers.
you got that
Um,
deep voice.
yeah, it drives me crazy when I listen to
I don't
it.
I don't ever listen to myself. I won't, like, if I'm on Brittany's show, I will never do the playback or no, not listen to myself. Never. Nope.
Yeah, yeah. So what I normally do, so you get an understanding about this channel. Um, in Mountain Mama, there's nothing wrong with shedding tears. There's nothing wrong with crying. There is. I thought Britt was playing a voice and noticed it was me.
Anybody else want to join?
So I do talk about OCD and anxiety. I talk about bipolar. I talk about all things mental health. I pick a topic and I talk about it. Um, I talk about, like, I think tomorrow I'm gonna be talking about anxiety and panic attacks.
I have
And then
anxiety.
anxiety can lead to panic attacks. Um, I also talk about, just everything. I touch on it. And then towards the second half of the live, I try to make it more comical so it brings the mood to a better place.
Right?
So, hello, Regina.
Hello, gorgeous.
Yay.
So, what I try to do is bring awareness because there's not a lot
Hi.
of channels out there who talk about mental health and bring awareness to it. They might have like, like there's one guy that's saying if you have borderline personality, stay away from that person. Borderline personality disorder. There was a channel that's saying, being friends with somebody that has that is going to be difficult, and you should avoid those people. I-
Mm.
I'm I'm like, no, they need friends too.
Everybody matters.
Yes. So yeah, I
I
deal with
agree.
anxiety also, CJ.
I agree that everyone matters, but whenever it comes to the point of someone's problems and mental illness that you've tried helping and being friends with starts affecting your life
You got to step
Mm-hmm.
back,
and everything in a negative manner, then it is best that you do cut
step
the
back.
ropes, so to speak. Yeah,
You got to take care of you.
especially whenever that person starts attacking you personally because of their disorder. After you've tried helping that person and stuff, sometimes you literally do have to walk away from those people,
You don't
and
want
it
to be
is hard.
codependent.
Well, not only that, but whenever their misdeeds, okay, let me explain something to you. There's all kinds of mental illnesses out here.
Oh, there
i know
is.
people I know people that suffer from mental illness, but let's get this straight. It's not necessarily mental illness that causes people to attack other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lacking of character in the soul that creates that kind of drama. Whenever you feel the need to go attack someone else to make yourself feel good, there's something lacking inside of you, and nobody else talking to you is going to be able to help you or get through to you at that point.
Right.
You have to work on yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes one of the best things you can do for those people is to walk away from them and let them be isolated after you give them the truth and
Yep.
let them chew on it,
Yep.
because
Mm-hmm.
you cannot change someone else or their evil
No, you
ways.
can. You
You
can.
can't.
Absolutely, Regina.
Hi, Nana.
C
Hi.
Star, how you doing, C Star?
But I do agree, just abandoning someone because they have a mental illness or something is not right. But there's a difference in people using mental illness as a crutch to try to get by with misdeeds they do to other people,
That's
and
true.
people actually having a mental illness and needing help. Depression, okay,
I think depression is common amongst everybody
That's
yeah, we
true.
all get depression. All of us at some point have
at
had
some point.
something.
Yes, I have
But here's
depression every day,
but
and
here's the thing,
that's why I
Eddie,
come to YouTube and talk to people. So they help
Eddie,
me feel better, and I help them feel better.
can I
But what
ask you
you have to
something?
understand is depression can define you.
Yep.
So you
Yes,
have to surpass that and know that you are a
right.
good person and life and love other people. It can make you feel better.
Having a mental illness doesn't make you a bad person. Going
Nope.
and attacking other people for your misfortunes makes you a bad person.
Right.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Were you here earlier, Nana's Dragonfly?
Yeah, I was.
You were here for my earlier live.
Yep.
So you guys know in chat, okay, that are here tonight. One thing you'll learn about this channel is there is absolutely no drama here
Good.
Absolutely.
at all. I will never, you will never hear me talk bad about another channel, okay?
That's all.
You will never hear me name drop anybody negatively,
Right.
okay? I had something happen to me and they're trying to put me in a place I don't want to be. So I did a live earlier. So if you guys end up replaying it, a convo that's needed, that's what the video is called. You will get a basic understanding about me. Okay. Um, I am so against bullying people,
Hmm.
and I will never team up with a bully to bully somebody else.
Absolutely.
I am totally against that. I'm totally against drama, trauma. I am against it all.
Hmm.
You know, I created this channel for peace, love, and happiness. That's the reason why I created this channel. Peace, love, and happiness.
I am.
And that's what we need in our lives is peace and love and happiness. So that's the reason why everybody that is a member of my channel and a subscriber of my channel, that's what we're here for.
Awesome.
So
Yes, Eddie. I can relate to what you're talking about, and I don't know if you saw me in chat earlier, but
I
I went
did
through
see
the
you, Nana.
yeah, I went through the same thing you did, and it's
Yep.
okay. You know, I didn't take it personal. You know, it's what they did. It's what they thought. It's not. It wasn't me.
Nope.
So
Mhm.
it is what it is, and people that are like that,
Yep.
it's their problem, not ours.
Yeah, exactly. Look, this is how I see it. Oh, let me tell you a little story. I know you've
Yeah.
probably heard it before. There was a man driving by on a road and he seen a snake in a fire. And the man pulled over and he reached down and grabbed the snake and tried pulling it out of the fire. And the snake bit him. Okay. And
Love you.
the man dropped the snake back in the fire. Well, he reached down, tried picking it up again, and it bit him again. And he dropped the snake back in the fire. Well, a man comes along and says, "Don't you know that's crazy? That snake's just going to keep on biting you. Let it burn." So the man goes and he gets a metal pole out of the ditch and he comes back and he removes the snake from the fire and he looks at the man and says, "It's the snake's nature to bite. It's not my nature. I'm not going to let the snake's nature change mine because my nature is to help."
Mhm.
So this is the way I see it. Whenever you're doing good, people are going to talk bad about you. Whenever you're doing bad, people are going to talk bad about you.
Yep.
But you know what? If you're willing to be involved in that drama and you're willing to entertain people, they will come from miles just to watch. But
Yep.
not one of them are your friends.
Nope.
And
Nope.
those people that are enjoying all that drama going on, whenever they're watching that drama, I'm telling you, it's going to come and bite you in the butt. I know. I just recently learned myself. I watched someone didn't want to believe they were about drama, that they were going to cause drama. And I'm always preaching that same story. What others do, what you watch someone do to others, they're going to do to you. Well, I should have listened to my own advice because now I'm kicking myself in the patootie for it. But here's the deal, I don't care what they think. I've
I
been
don't I
called a
don't I don't
narcissist.
either. I don't care. I the only people I care about are the people that are a part of my community and that are going through something. That's who I care about. And I know
Yep.
somebody's going through something. You
Yeah.
know,
People that are going through something, though, and really need help are going to come to you as a friend.
yes. So
People that want you to think they're going through something and use that as a crutch to be able to hurt you are going to come to you and act like they're your friend.
I get what
There's a
you're
difference.
saying.
There's a difference.
Hey,
But
Miranda
I'm
Lee
but
said,
I'm a little bit different. I love all people, no matter what. And if they do me wrong, I'll walk away from you. But I can tell the people that are sincere and that need your help. And
Yep.
so I just I don't know how to explain it, but
I know what you're trying to say.
I
You
work with
love them from a distance,
yes.
which is
I will
understandable,
forgive people that did me wrong.
but
And
you'll
it
love
was
them at a
hard.
distance. Yes.
It was hard. I mean,
Yep.
they don't know that I forgave them, but in my soul, I forgave them, you
Yep.
know?
Mhm.
C Star. Mental illness is like any other. Some people are honest and kind, and others aren't.
Amen, C Star. And
So
Miranda, I'm from Arkansas. Yeah, I guess you could call me a little bit of a Southern girl. I lived in Mississippi for a long time, and I've been lived in Florida for a while, but now I reside in Arkansas, the state I was born in.
But when you're out in the world and you see people and you see that they don't have a smile on their face, give them a smile. Give them a hug if you can, if you feel it in your heart, because they may need it. Because
I'm
I've
a
given,
hugger. I
yeah,
am a hugger, Nana.
I am too. And I gave
Okay.
people hugs and they said, "Oh, thank you. I needed that." I had one woman that came into work that I'm a cashier at a grocery store part time because I'm retired. And I said, "You look like you're down. You need a hug." I gave her a hug and she said, "My mom died today." And I'm just
Oh,
out
Oh my
because
goodness.
I needed to be out in the public because I had to get away from it all. And she said, "Thank you." But that's the part that you have to realize. People need you even if you don't know it.
you
And
never
you
know
can
what
see
someone's
it in
going
your
through.
heart.
I bet you that made your eyes tear up when you heard that.
It did. We cried together. We hugged together. And
It makes
it's
you
not that I'm a great person. It's just that
Read people.
you gotta understand what people. Yeah, you gotta read people. Absolutely. Just just look out there and know that there are people that need love. And even if they don't need it, I mean, I hugged somebody one time that said I don't hug, and he was very uncomfortable about it. But he's come back and he comes through my line and he wants to talk. So it just you can turn people around.
I get
Love
people.
love is a great thing. I mean,
I'm a b-
love is a great
yeah.
thing.
I'm a bouncer at a nightclub, and I usually work Fridays and Saturday nights. And I usually hug everybody that comes through. And sometimes I won't hug somebody, and they'll get upset and be like, "Where's my hug?" I'm like, "Well, I didn't know you wanted one, but I'll give you one. Here you go."
Well, Eddie, if I walked through and didn't get a hug, I would lay down on the floor and throw a fit like a baby. You best believe I'd be getting my hug.
So, but
Spread
yeah.
hugs.
So CJ said, always about us putting positive energy out to others, no matter how much negative we get. We can
hmm
use the negative for fuel to be more positive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yes.
it's
Cause
okay. It's okay for us to have emotions and be angry whenever people attack us and come after us. We're human. God has the same emotions we do. We got our emotions from Him. And y'all know I'm a Christian, so I'm sorry if I'm preaching, but it's true. He made us in His image. We have the exact same emotions He does. He understands we're going to get enraged. He understands, you know what, sometimes the elastic on our big girl panties is going to snap and we're going to show our butt. It's going to happen. It's
Well,
going to
Regina,
happen.
you
But
can't
there's
change everybody.
No, you
There's
can't.
some people you can't
exactly.
change, and you have to just walk away.
I'll
And
tell you this.
I've learned that walk away.
it's not our place to
Yep.
change anybody.
I'll tell you this
Nope.
quick story.
Pray
Okay.
for them. That's the only thing you really
Yep.
can do for anybody.
I'll tell you this quick story. Okay. It was between me and a friend. It was actually a best friend. Okay. When you're going through something, like something difficult, and somebody tells you to get over it, it's
Oh
not
no,
easy.
no.
So I'm 43. I was an alcoholic all the way up until I was 30.
Damn.
Um, when I was 30, I was in college. I had already finished my associate's degree. I was working on my bachelor's degree. Okay. And you ever heard of Pandora's box?
hmm
Yes.
Do you know what Pandora's box is meant for holding, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Deep, dark memories that you don't want to face. Well, when I was in class, I took a criminology class, right? And a friend of mine, Nicole, decided to do a project on victims of C SA. SA. Well, here comes Pandora's box getting kicked wide open, right? So I ended up walking out of school. I quit school. I ended up in a mental hospital because I couldn't handle reality. I get out. I'm going through therapy. I'm seeing doctors. I'm getting the help I need. And I go to my best friend and I'm talking to my best friend. And I said, he's like, what's going on? I said, I was SA'd as a child and now I'm dealing with it. He's like, dude, just get over it. And as soon as he said that, that just took me back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how can you say that to somebody? Unless you've been there, you're not going to understand it. Unless you know what mental health is like, and depression and anxiety and PTSD and all these different emotions that somebody goes through when they experience that, you're not going to understand it. But to tell somebody to get over it is the worst thing you could say to anybody that's going through something. So lo and behold, me and that individual are no longer friends. Do I miss his friendship? Oh, yeah. But I don't think he'll ever learn from what he said. He's never apologized to me for what he said.
Wow.
So when that day comes, I'll forgive him.
Mm-hmm.
I forgive him from a distance, like you said, you know, but I had to let him go. I had to let him go. Some people you got to let go and cut the line. Okay. So some people you have to let go. If you got to block them out of your life and move on, you have to.
You learn that with age too.
Yes.
When
I'm
my daughter
50.
was young, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was all I was gonna say.
No, when my daughter was young, she used to say that people didn't like her and she didn't have friends like she had. And I said, well, Ashley, people, you're going to have friends and then you're going to move on and you're going to make new friends and you're going to make better friends. And when you get older, you're going to have true friends. And it does
Yep.
work that way because when you get older, you're wiser. You know what you've been through and what you've gone through, and you can make true friendships. But when you're young, it's really hard. When you're in junior high or high school, it's like people are cruel, people are mean.
It's harder when you're younger too.
But like you were saying, Tina, it
Mhm.
comes with age.
Mhm.
And I had a good friend of mine that when she turned 60, she told me, after you turn 60, you don't give a shit. You don't care what people think about you. Well, I'm going to be 67 next month. I
Hey,
don't give a crap what people think of me.
I'm 50 and I
Same.
don't give a shit.
I'm 42, and I'm telling you, behold my field of F's to give. It is barren.
Well,
I
you
so
all
mean,
learned it early. I
C
learned it a
Star
little bit late.
C Star asks a question, and I want to answer it for her.
Okay.
Wonder.
So I wonder about people who can get over everything easy. Do they care at all? So I'm going to answer this question.
Good
If you
question.
noticed the unaliving rate among men, have you noticed the rate? It's pretty high. So they might act like they get over it, but they really don't. A lot of us people who say we get over it, we don't get over it. It just builds up. You know, it might look like we're getting over it, but we're not. We might take our anger out on something else or put our energy to something else.
Can
We
I answer
might put
that?
on a front.
Can I answer that from a different point of view too, Eddie?
Yes.
I wonder about people who can get over it. Everything easy. Do they care at all? This is how I see it. I'm going to get up and get over it because A, I'm not going to be anybody's doormat and I'm not going to be a victim for anyone. I'm going to
Hmm.
get up and move on and do something that is good and better and brings a little bit of light into the darkness for the situation for me. Because I guess I look at it like this. I can't really heal the damage that someone else has done to me unless I put out something positive out of the darkness. So it's not that I can just get up and get over it. It's that I can move on and know that I'm going to be okay regardless. Like, I'm not going to be anyone's victim and I'm not going to be anyone's doormat. Like, I don't have any time for it. I've been through every kind of abuse you can imagine. And I mean, every kind of abuse you can imagine. Okay. I've been in the public foster system in Florida. And let me tell you
Oh.
something that is not good. Not good. Both my
Mm.
parents went to prison for murder when I was 2.5. I mean,
I'm
I've been
sorry.
through it all. And I can tell you one thing, it's not that I just get over it and don't care. It's just that I realize that life is way too precious and way too short to waste on being angry or hurt by other people.
I
That's why
agree.
I
I
love
agree
you.
with you. I
I love
agree
you,
with you.
Regina, and that's why I love you. You're such a strong woman. You're a very strong woman. Yeah.
Yeah, well, today I'm angry and I'm trying to deal with that anger. And I'm starting to come to terms with my anger because I understand where it stems from. And I think I have a right to be angry about what I'm angry about.
You have the right to
So,
your feelings.
but at the same time, I'm not going to go wage a war against other people because A, I don't have to fight my battles. God does that for me. And B, as long as those people are attacking me, they are not out here attacking people that might not be able to handle it, that it could truly bring down and cause them so much grief that they might do something unthinkable. Y'all know what I mean.
Yep. Yep.
Because these people out here bullying these other people, you guys, they tear these people down little by little by little by little until the person they're attacking is at a point of depression and doesn't know what to do about it, and it can cause great grief that can actually hurt people.
Hmm.
That's the
it's
reason why
it's
I did the live I did earlier today, Regina, covering the topic I covered. Is because people need to understand is a bully needs to be ignored.
Yeah, don't feed the animals.
Yes. If you know somebody's a bully, ignore them.
Right.
But the minute you start engaging, it's just going to keep getting worse.
Yep.
And then before you know it, you're in a bad place.
Yep. And
You,
here's that thing you said earlier, Eddie, about cutting people loose. The fun thing about cutting people loose, whenever you have been a good and genuine person, I'm sorry, call me evil for it, but there's a little bit of satisfaction in watching people get way up and high on them skyscrapers and then realizing they're window washers and the rope gets cut on them.
That's karma. I do
There
believe
is,
in karma.
well,
and
I
I
do.
might be
I
wrong
believe in
for
karma.
saying it. I might be wrong for saying it, and God
No,
help
you're
me if
not
I
wrong.
am.
No, you're not wrong.
But there is victory in watching people get their just desserts.
Yeah, it's called karma, and it's just, I mean, I don't know what people out here in chat feel, but I believe in God, and I just always have put my life and my faith in God and hope that He would help me. And I
Not,
pray,
I,
and
I, I,
I know, Eddie, I know,
yep.
Eddie.
That's one thing I have my belief in. It's
Hmm.
similar. Okay. I'm 50-50. Um,
It's
uh,
okay. I
I'm a,
mean,
I'm a, I'm a, I'm a confused individual. That's the reason why I don't talk two things on this platform is God and religion and
okay,
politics.
I won't, I won't.
It,
But I'm
it's,
just saying
I'm sorry,
that's
I'm
Eddie.
what
not
got
telling,
me there.
yes, you know, I'm a confused individual. If you look behind me, you see the Valhalla symbol behind me, right back here. So I'm a confused individual. I'm Viking and I'm also a Christian. So I'm half pagan and half Christian, if that makes any sense.
No, it's
That's the
okay.
reason why I don't talk religion or politics.
I don't
So
talk it, but I'm just saying that's what got me
yeah,
through it,
yes,
because I couldn't have got through what I got through. And I've talked to you, Eddie, about my past, and you know about it.
yes,
You know, it's been a struggle, but that's what got me through it. You know, because I have so much faith, and I have faith in myself. I love
yep.
myself. My daughter called me today, and she said, "Mom, I have problems loving myself." And I didn't even know how to react
So
to
I want
that.
to answer this question. So seriously, innocent says, how are you all so open to the people you've never met with all your personal experiences and all those that backstab you on here? I'm confused. We are all going to have depression, bad days, cry, but mental illness doesn't define you. You define you. And there's only one you, and you are enough. I like that one. I like spiritually enchanted. I like that one. But I'm confused on Seriously's innocent statement.
No, I can answer her question,
Yes,
because
please.
sometimes you have to speak about things that you're going through to get through it, and other people to help you through it.
Yes.
If you don't, you're not going to get through it. You have
Nope.
to speak to people that can help you through it.
Yep.
So if that person is struggling something, come to us. We can help you because we've been through it. Always speak to people that have been through this. They can help you.
The reason I
Correct.
share the reason I share my experiences with people is because while yes, it's true there are people that are going to take those things and use them to try to make you look bad in some kind of way or make you look like you're the one wrong or um yeah, it's your fault that it happened to you. Those are not the people that I'm talking to and telling my story to. They can do whatever they want with it.
Yep.
Hmm.
I'm telling it to the people that need to know that someone else has been through what they've been through or might know something about what they've been through that might help them be able to get through what they've been through, to let them see that there is hope and light at the end of the tunnel, that you don't have to struggle with
Yep.
it forever. That's
Nope.
why I'm up here
Yep.
telling my truth.
Absolutely.
So the thing is, right, is so people take it and turn it on you. Not many are supportive. Okay, I see where you're coming from, right? But I'll share my story. Okay. And if somebody wants to try to take it and use it against me, okay, it's not going to affect me. Okay. I will share my story because you don't know who else that has been through it. There could be somebody sitting in my chat right now that has been through the same shit I've been through and has nobody to relate to or talk to because they think they're the only one going through it themselves. when no, they're not. There's other people out there that have gone through similar situations, maybe not the same situation, but similar. So they have somebody they can talk to. And how do you get through this? How have you overcame this situation? Okay. I rather take advice from a stranger, okay, than somebody that I know personally that doesn't have the best for me.
And also think about this, and this is so true. It's very good statistics. You can sit with 5 people, maybe your friends, maybe not your friends, but 3 have been sexually abused.
SA. I say SA.
Oh, I'm sorry, SA'd.
Yep. Yep.
I know I'm terrible with that, but you have to realize that the statistics are out there, and you have to be so kind to one another. And I mean, I don't even know where to go with this, but
I could care less if somebody takes my story and tries to use it against me. That's fine. If somebody out there wants to do that, be my guest. Because while you're taking my story and trying to drag me in it, you're also letting other people know how much of a piece of crap you are at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Amen
Just
to
saying.
that.
Just saying. You know, so they can take my story. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel called My Story. So if they want to take that video and try to drag me, that is fine, because it's just going to give me more views and people realize, oh, this guy's been through it and he's sharing his story and he has no shame in it. I'm not a victim. I'm a victim.
Right.
I don't blame anybody. I
Right?
don't blame myself. I don't blame anybody. I forgave the person who did me dirty up here. Okay. I don't blame anybody. I blame myself my whole life for what happened. I lived in pity. I blamed everybody for everything that happened in my life. And then I woke up and I realized, no, it's not their fault. Some of it's my fault too. You know, I was a troubled individual until I hit 30 and ended up in the hospital. Okay. I was honeybees.
Hey, Eddie.
Honeybees. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All
Hi,
right, young
hi,
lady.
hi to everyone on the panel.
hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And she has a channel called Honeybees Homestead.
Yes,
So,
and I deal a lot with mental illness and grief and addiction.
so, and we were talking via email about doing a collab on a video
hmm hmm
over on your platform,
Yeah,
and I wouldn't
or
mind it, or
or your.
here, yes.
hmm hmm
So, mental health, like you see it, is very important to me.
Yes, yeah. I struggle with mental health myself, and I have. I'm 50, and I've struggled since I was in my teens.
Yep.
And today, I'm finally at a place, even through all of the hell that I've been through, that um I'm finally at a calm level place. The only thing I have a problem with is insomnia.
Oh, I have that too.
So that's why I like your late night talks.
Well,
But
see, the thing is I take medication to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So, um, if I took it now, it was live streaming, you guys would ask me if I was intoxicated. Uh, because I try to fight my sleeping meds. That's how my
Yeah.
brain works.
Yeah.
So
Mine too.
I'll be talking to somebody and they're like, "Are you drinking?" I'm like, "No, that's my meds. It's better get off here and go to sleep."
I
So,
don't know. Eddie, what you were saying earlier, though, that you went through a lot and sometimes you blame yourself. Don't ever blame yourself.
oh, I don't blame myself now. I used to.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Oh, yeah, I used to blame myself for everything, but I don't anymore. That's
Good.
why I said I went from having that victimhood mentality to victor. You know what I'm saying? People who have that victimhood mentality will always have it until they reach a point in their life and realize I'm not a victim anymore.
Mhm.
I mean, you will always have flashbacks, but
Oh,
it
I
doesn't,
do.
yeah, I mean, I do too. And it
Mhm.
doesn't mean that you're a victim. It's just part of your life and a part of what happened to you. But it's just when you can become strong and know that it wasn't you, it's not your problem, it was their problem, that's when you
Mhm.
can move on
Oh, I
Mhm.
did. You
and
know,
understand.
I did. I moved forward. I didn't move on. I moved forward.
Me too.
Okay. You can never you can never spiritually enchanted. If you want to come up on panel, you can. You're more than welcome. The link is StreamYard link is pinned in the comments above. If you'd like to come up,
You can never get over it, but you know you're a better person.
yes, you'll never get over any trauma.
No.
It is so hard to
Tina,
realize.
hold on just a second. Tina, my voice is putting you to sleep. It's okay. Have a good night, young lady. I will see you around.
My voice. I love your voice.
It's
uh,
hard. It's hard to not blame yourself, especially whenever you're younger and you're
Yeah.
going through abuse. Whenever
Mhm.
you don't know anything but abuse
Mhm.
and people tell you you're worthless that are abusing you and they hurt you and tell you those things, that's what you come to understand is that you're worthless and
Mhm.
that's the reason you're being abused. And
Yeah.
it actually takes an act of kindness or finding resolution in faith or however it comes about. It takes an act of kindness and love just for anyone to understand their worth after that kind of abuse. It takes
Yeah.
someone caring. But here's the whole thing: when you have pain and you build a life around that pain, all you put out is that pain.
Yeah.
When you finally let go of that pain and realize that someone else's opinion of you due to their own evil does not reflect on who you actually are and let that go, only then can you learn to love yourself. And having
Mhm.
any kind of love for another person has to start with you. If you don't
Mhm.
love yourself, it is impossible for you to love another person.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
oh, all right, I got to answer spiritually enchanted real quick. Click the link I just posted. Spiritually enchanted. The StreamYard link I just posted. Click it, and it'll show you how to get here. Okay. So, Honeybee Homestead, when are you free? What's your
Um.
schedule like?
Oh, I run two channels, and so my schedule's pretty busy. So, but you go on at 7, and
I
I go
go
on
I go on
at
at 8
8.
p.m.
Well,
Eastern
it's
Standard
7.
Time.
Yeah, it's 7 for me because I'm in Louisiana, so it's
Okay.
Central Time. So, we'll talk and get
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
What
You
would you
fit,
like to talk about?
we can share your story.
Oh, I would love to share my story. Hmm.
I also do story time
Mhm.
So if there's anybody in chat that has a story and they don't want to talk about it, but they want to share it, I'm gonna post my link, my email address, and you can email me your story, and I keep it anonymous,
Mhm.
and I share your story. So
That's
that's
awesome.
what, yeah, that's what I do. I got 2 videos up called Story
Mhm.
Time.
Yeah.
Good night, Betty Dan Boop. Have a good night. But yeah, I like telling stories and sharing people's stories. I read out their story. I do what
Mhm.
they call a premiere,
Yeah.
and people can listen to the story, and then you get to read their responses.
Yeah.
So you don't know who's out there going through the same thing you're going through,
That's exactly right.
So
That's like on my Honeybee's Homestead channel. On Sundays, I do different topics. And this last week, we did one on grief, because I lost a son 4 years ago. And I've lost all of my family to
I'm
death.
so sorry, honeybees.
Thank you. And we talk a lot about grief there, and it's a safe place, to come. I have a wonderful chat, and they're getting to a place now where they're trusting, and so they want to share more. And I always spend a lot of time with my chat, like you do, Eddie. I like to read the chat. It's very important. And but yeah, I focus a lot on grief because that's what I've dealt with in the past 20 years, and then mental illness. And then I deal with addiction and recovery because I have a 35-year-old son who is an addict, who is in recovery now, thank God. And so yeah, I have a lot of different topics I cover.
so you're like me, all over the
Hmm.
place,
All over the place. Yeah.
because I cover everything that's around mental health,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, from schizophrenia all the way down to anxiety and everything in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if I don't relate to it, I talk about it,
Right.
because there might be somebody in chat that deals with it, and
Mhm.
is afraid to talk about it. And when they see somebody talking about their issues and what they
Mhm.
struggle with, they get comfortable.
Yeah. Now see, I have a lot of people email me too. I have a YouTube email, and you can email me, and that
Yep.
way you can just tell me your story, and then I'll minister to them, just through email, behind the scenes. And I'm a minister first. I used to be involved with the church that
Yep.
was in prison ministry,
Yep.
and I did prison ministry for almost 5 years, going into men and women's prison, maximum security, like Angola State Prison in Louisiana, David
I've go
Wade.
Angola State Prison. That's a rough prison.
Mhm. I've been there
I've heard
twice.
I've heard stories about that place.
Yeah, it's crazy, but very respectable. Everybody was very respectable. Um, had a great time. I've always had a wonderful time, at doing that ministry. But now, because I have a platform, I use that as my ministry. It's ministry first, and it's all about my subs. It's all about the subs. If you don't have subs, you don't have a channel. That's how I feel.
I that's why I do with what I do with mental health.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also have I also have Discord,
I'm in your
I
Discord. I
yes,
just
I
have to
know.
learn how to use it.
I know, me
And
too. I
and
guess the
then
honeybee.
I also do this. I also do this. I have a phone number on Google Voice
Mhm.
that if anybody's ever going through anything, they can text that number.
Mhm.
They can email me. If they want to join Discord, they email me. I'll set them up with a link where they can be part of Discord and reach out to me if they're struggling with something or they just need an ear to
Yeah.
vent to. I
Yeah.
listen. One thing I don't do is I don't like what they call, the telephone game
Yeah.
when somebody tells you something and then you go and tell somebody else, and by the time it gets back to the person, it's a totally different story.
Yeah, I don't do that.
So when somebody tells me something,
Mhm.
I listen, and that's as far as it goes.
Right. Exactly.
It don't leave.
Mhm.
It don't leave.
Mhm. That's the
You
way I
know,
am
and
too, anyway.
I never tell anybody what to do.
No. Nope.
I give a suggestion,
Mhm.
but I'll never tell anybody what to do
Mhm.
because I don't want it coming back on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give them suggestions. Like I'll tell them, look into therapy, or try this or try that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll never tell anybody what to do because it's just, you get yourself in trouble that way.
Mhm.
So let
So
me ask you guys.
Angels had a question. Do
Oh, go
people's
ahead.
issues weigh you down?
Mhm.
When they tell you everything, do you take their problems too? S-
Mhm.
So I will tell you this, angels, okay? That moment they're on the phone with me and they're venting and they start crying, I'm going to start crying with them
Mhm. Mhm.
because I'm going to feel the emotions. Okay. Will I take the weight on my shoulders for that time period? Yes.
Mhm.
Will I let it affect me? No. But will I take their weight on my shoulders? Oh, yes. Now, if you would have asked me this like 5, 6 years ago, I'd be like, no, I got too much on my plate.
Mhm.
But I know
Mhm.
how to handle my situations now. So I started this channel to help people.
Yeah.
So it don't
That's
weigh me
funny.
down.
That's funny he brings that up. My husband and I were talking about this because I had a ongoing conversation going on with someone that was having a difficult time. And I'm a very emotional person and I care deeply. And he could tell I was, kind of worried. And he said, "Are you ready to do this? Do you think you can handle this?" Because of my own, mental things that I've dealt with and PTSD and all kinds of stuff. And so, I told him, yes, this is what I believe God has prepared me for. And the word, I know you said what you said earlier, and I apologize, but it tells us to bear each other's burdens. You know, we're to help each other, and that's what we find. Uh, it's so hard to find these days is unity. You know,
Well, if you can't help somebody, how can you help yourself?
exactly.
Can I ask you about something?
Mhm.
I worked in the medical field for 40 years, and I see the mental health declining
Mhm.
as far as providers.
Yep.
Mm.
It's a big problem right now because we don't have enough providers to handle our mental health community. I wish there was something we could do about this.
Mhm.
That's
What
the
can we
reason why I created
what
this
can
channel.
we do?
It,
You
it,
know?
that's where politics come into play.
I
Mhm.
know. And I'm not gonna
Yep.
go there. I didn't go
I
there.
know.
I
I
just
know.
said I worked
There's
in the medical community
yes.
for years, for
There
40
is
years.
going to be a live, and I'm working on it. It's going to be a
Yeah.
long live, and it's going to be a political live where I talk about mental health in politics. There is going to be a live that I talk about it because it needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to do one live only about it.
Let me
And
know when that is because I'm
I'm,
very interested.
I'm waiting. Must have got lost. How you doing?
But
But
I just, like I say, I see so many providers just dropping out
you
because
know,
they
Mhm.
can't handle all the people that are coming in for
Mhm.
mental health.
Mhm.
And
and
they're getting stressed out and
you know what it is because it's pay. Has a lot to do with financial. It's financial. Okay, insurance companies don't want to pay. They don't want to pay. That's a problem.
Mhm.
well, that and the stats that they have to do on their patients.
Yep,
They have overproduced the stats that they have to do on their patient. If you know what I'm talking about.
yep,
People may not understand this, but you have to do so much
Mhm.
when you're seeing a patient to put it into the stats that
and then report it.
yes. And so when
Mhm.
I worked in the medical field, I saw our providers just stressing out and going, I'm going to go into my own practice. And they did, you know, they left a big community and went into their own practice because they could do what they wanted to do
Yep.
and how they wanted to do it and take care of their
Mhm.
patients. I don't know. It's
So
just,
you know,
it's a
so my
problem
caseworker,
that I have with
Mhm.
mental health is that we
the
have great
paperwork takes
providers.
all their time.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
like you say, it's political. It
So
really is. And
I was
I'm not going
talking.
to go
Yeah.
there tonight. I won't go there. I promise I won't. But
Okay.
I'm just saying there's a
Yeah.
lot of stats. Okay. I'll use the word stats that have to be used with each patient.
Yep.
And
I know.
I left it 4 years ago. I've been retired for 4 years. So I still struggle with when I watch the mental health and not the help that they are getting.
Mhm.
So I have a caseworker that I see once a week. So I go to therapy every 2 weeks,
hmm
and
Mhm.
then I see a caseworker once a week.
Mhm.
And she's helped me through so many things. And I was having a conversation with her. I said, why did you choose this career path? Because she's older, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why did you change careers? It's because she said helping people is what makes my day.
Mhm.
Helping people.
hmm
And I said, well, you chose a field where you meet people that like me and worse, that are mentally unstable, right? And I meant it in a humor way because some days I'm mentally
Mhm.
unstable. So I stay in my room and I shut the world off.
Yep. Me too.
But lately that hasn't happened because I do 2 lives a day. So I can't shut the world off.
Mhm. Mhm.
So usually I'm a hermit. I seclude myself from everybody.
Me too, Eddie.
And it's not
My
healthy.
goodness.
It's not healthy.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest reasons why this channel has saved me so much
Yes. Yes.
is talking to people and realizing that there's a lot of people here that can relate.
Um, yeah.
So, but
our stories are kind of similar in that aspect. Yeah.
I'm so glad I
So
found you, Eddie. I mean, this is a great channel. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't struggle for mental health, but I struggle for my past. You know, it's not mental health per se
Trauma,
because
PTSD.
trauma. There you go.
Yes. I have a
Because
lot of trauma.
I've lived a functional life.
Hmm.
I've done everything I could. It's just you're right, the trauma.
Right.
And I've gotten over the trauma. I mean, I'm good with the trauma. But
Hmm.
sometimes, like I told Eddie, flashbacks come back. And what do
Hmm.
yep.
you do? What do you do? You know, you just kind of breathe heavy and like, okay, I'm going to get over this, you
Yeah, you're
know?
kind of like, whoa, where the hell did that come from?
You want to know what's crazy, right? Talking of so um I was always trying to figure out why I couldn't keep a job. The longest job I ever had career wise was painting houses. But I used to get bored with it. And what I mean by bored with it is because this is not a cocky statement. This is a confident statement. I was so good at painting, I got bored with it
Hmm.
because it was like every room is the same. Nothing ever changed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm getting bored with it. And I'd go and do something else. And then I would get criticized or criticism would happen. Something they'd be like, "Oh, you're not moving fast enough," or "This could be done better," or you know, "This has to be done this way," or "This has to be done this way." And they're just, I would take it to where it's negative and
Hmm.
quit and go find another job. I've probably had 30 plus jobs in my life. 30 plus.
Sounds like my son.
Um, Now I can't work because
Hmm.
my body's given up on me. My back, my knees,
Hmm.
um, things I used to do, I miss doing. My best friend calls me up and asks me to help him paint his bedroom, right? It was 2 days of recovery after 1 day worth of work.
Yeah.
2 days of recovery.
Mm.
I'm like, man, I used to climb up 40-foot ladders. I would be on the top of a ladder, right? And I have one leg on and one leg off, cutting something in. You know what I'm saying? I was a loose cannon. You would throw me up on a roof and I'd be sitting up on a roof painting stuff, just laying on my back, cutting this in with a chance of sliding off the roof and falling. Okay. That's how crazy I was back then. But then when my knees quit working properly,
Yeah.
not risking the chance. I can't, I bend over, like I bend down to the ground, I go to stand up. I feel like I get old man knees, and I'm only 43.
Yeah.
I feel useless sometimes. I feel worthless sometimes because I'm not who I used to be. I'm falling apart. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, what am I worth nowadays to somebody?
And how old
But,
are you, Eddie?
huh?
How old are you?
I'm 43, but I feel like I'm 80.
Yeah.
Walking up a flight of stairs is the most painful I deal with. It's painful. They say you got 7 more years before we're touching knees. You got to be 50 before we operate on your knees.
Wow.
Yep, because they only last 20 years. So I was talking to somebody in the insurance field and they say appeal it. They tell you can't do it, appeal it. But
Hmm.
nowadays I'm afraid to get surgery on my knees because I've been hearing stories about people who get surgery on their knees.
My mother-in-law's had a knee replacement and a hip replacement. And she's 73. Still
Well,
working 40 hours a week.
I worked in orthopedics, and I know a lot about,
Mm.
but I don't, I don't know how much you weigh. You don't want to tell? It's okay.
I'm 6'6", almost 400 pounds.
I was just say he's
Well,
tall and he's a big
they
man.
don't want to do surgery on your knees if you're overweight because you're putting weight on the knees and they're not going to heal as properly. But it's okay. I'm not downing you. I'm
But
not
then they
saying
want to tell
anything
you that
bad.
they tell you.
Do what?
Then they tell you that they want you to lose weight, and I'm like, okay. So I was talking to my doctor about getting what is it?
Gas-
Liposuction.
oh, gastric bypass might be the thing you might want to think about.
And you know what they said? Your stomach's too tight for that. I'm like, so it's got to be a little bit more jelly? They're like, yes. And I'm like, well, that's not going to happen. I'm not.
Liposuction is not going to take weight off you. I can promise you that. I work for
No.
plastic surgeons also.
Oh, it
So this
doesn't?
it's no, it doesn't take weight off you.
So it doesn't
No,
even
it
remove
just
fat?
It will
sculpts.
contour you, but it will not
Yeah.
take weight off of you. I
Oh,
promise
that
you that.
then I don't even know why I even thought about
No.
doing that.
But my son-in-law is getting ready to have. He is 6'7" and weighs 300 and some odd pounds. He's getting ready to have gastric bypass because he's not happy with himself, you know. But he's not like you. He's not grossly fat. He's just solid.
Yeah, I'm solid.
Yeah, I know you are. I can see that from what I see in it. And he's not like that either, but he's just not happy with himself. So he wants to lose the
Me
weight. So
neither. I
he,
used to be 11 years ago. You know, before I quit drinking, I was 6'6", 240 pounds with a six pack. I quit drinking, started seeing therapy and getting help medically and stuff like that. And I went from 240 to over 300 pounds.
after you quit drinking,
Well, drinking is what helped me cope with reality.
oh,
Drinking is what helped me cope with reality. And
so you
when,
thought,
well, yes, so I thought.
yeah.
So I thought.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so blunt, but
So I
yeah,
thought.
because I don't want anybody to think that drinking is going to make you.
Drinking will not make you feel better.
No,
It'll make you feel worse. Really
Yeah.
worse.
I'm going to
Because
drop down, Eddie. Sorry to interrupt. I'm going to drop down. I am feeling sleepy. So I'm
honeybees,
going to
it's been a pleasure, and
thank you so
I'm
much.
gonna find your channel. I'm gonna sub to you.
Yeah, it's Honeybee's Homestead.
Okay,
All right. Thank you. Bye,
love you.
Eddie. Bye,
bye,
panel.
honeybees.
Love you.
I
Love you
think we
too.
lost Regina. I think she fell asleep. We're gonna hear her snoring in a minute.
No, she's muted.
Oh, she's muted.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just listening.
I thought you were gonna be snoring in a minute. Well, you know Nana. I just talk up a storm.
I've fallen asleep on pianos before.
Oh, I have too, but thank God I don't snore.
I had somebody fall asleep on me while I was up on their piano, and it
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
Brittany's. Yeah. So um, I'm over here on their panel, and we're talking, and the host is muted, and everybody falls off, leaves, but me. And I'm like, I'm over here yelling their name. I turned up the gain on my microphone, yelled their name. It didn't work. People in chat are calling her. telling her to wake up and shut the stream down. I'm over here trying to keep the stream going just in case, any trolls come in and start saying inappropriate things so I can block them. So people finally got through. She wakes up and shuts the stream down. He premiered it the next day, a couple of days later. It
Oh,
was
Lord.
premiered, right?
No.
And, I was laughing. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, did you fall asleep? Did you fall asleep? I had your back the whole time. Oh, it was
Oh.
hilarious.
No, I'm starting to yawn. Ugh, it's
Yeah.
been a
I
long
got
day.
Welcome,
I've
Kimmy. How you doing, Kimmy? Welcome.
Eddie, I actually have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to get down. I don't
Sweet
work till the
dreams.
afternoon, so don't feel bad. So
You're
it's
getting
okay.
tired, ain't you, Nana?
No, no, I could stay up all night, but I have to go to work. So I better go to bed.
You're gonna make yourself go to sleep.
Yes.
Well, Nana,
Regina,
I'm
I
not.
love you. You are
It's
my
so good
best
seeing
friend.
you. I love you too, Nana. I
And
really do.
Eddie.
You're such a sweet. Like whenever I think of elegance, I think of you. And I know that might
Oh,
sound weird and like a cliche or whatever, but it's literally like how I see you.
oh,
Thank
you're
you.
so
Like,
sweet.
yeah,
And
it's
Eddie,
true.
I always enjoy my time with you. And thank
You're
you
always
for
welcome.
listening to me. You're
Yeah,
such a wonderful person. And
you're
I
always
do
welcome
want,
on panel whenever.
yeah. Oh, thank you. But I love you.
Love you too.
And I'm going down. Love you
Get some
guys.
rest.
Love you, Nana.
Everybody in chat, have a wonderful night. Good night.
Good night.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. What I was fixing to say right before she said that was I'm not gonna lie either. Um, my insomnia has suddenly wore off, I guess. It was between my medication I rolled up a while ago and my monster coffee earlier today wearing off. I'm getting kind of tired too. So I will stay for just a little while longer, but then I'm gonna have to go to bed.
So must have got lost. Said I just got home from work. It's 5:47 p.m. Friday. So yay, weekend. So you are 14 hours ahead of me. So must have got lost. What are you in Australia? Is that what AU stands for? Australia? Cindy Rose is pretty sure no one has ever thought me elegant. Okay, must have got
Oh,
lost is in Australia. All right.
I want to go
So
to Australia for the craziest reason.
what's the
I want to
craziest
see.
reason?
I want to see if wombats really poop cubes.
Wombats. Mark Anthony, one step at a time. You didn't get there overnight.
No, I'm joking. I would love to go to Australia. It's amazing. It's beautiful from the pictures and stuff I've seen, and I even have friends that live in Australia. At the same time, I'm kind of scared of Australia because I hear everything else that lives there is always trying to kill you. All the animals, everything wants
Oh,
to.
the animals. It depends on where you're at. TJ, a work in progress. Do you got to work this morning? TJ, you getting ready for work? Love to get her up on panel. Where's everybody from in chat? I know where you're at, Regina. Where's everybody from? Oh, you got to, TJ?
Just snakes that bite your booty when you're on the toilet? No, thank you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So, Cindy Rose, where are you from? Hobbittown, Hobbiton, West Coast, California. California. The ocean is beautiful in Australia. So, what is it? I have never seen a wombat. They aren't in Queensland.
Oh, wow.
So Mark Anthony said I worked for the Center for the Treatment of Depression for 16 years. South Kakalaki. Got Florida in the house. You still waking up? TJ,
Okeechobee,
you still
Florida?
waking up? Ain't had her coffee yet. Missouri.
Hey, Chris, do you know where Swanee County, Florida is? When I was a little girl, I lived in Live Oak.
Grew up in Ontario. Been here for 21 years. Canada. I grew up in Florida. I'm originally from Florida, and now I live in New Hampshire. No snakes under my toilet seat. Redback spiders under toilet seat. Have you heard the song? Had two coffees, just in pain and don't want to go to work. I'm sorry to hear that, TJ. Hopefully your day gets better. Hopefully your day gets better. Live Oak. He knows that place.
Yep. I just went down to Live Oak like 2.5, maybe 3 years ago to my uncle's funeral.
You got family or friends down there?
Both.
Both. Both.
A few enemies there too. I mean, if you really
I
want
got frenemies all over the place.
frenemies, frenemies.
Nome, Alaska.
I've been to all 50 states and I've been out of the United States twice.
I like that statement. Two great things I learned. You are alive, and that is a great start. Number two, 99% of what we worry about in hindsight was never worth worrying about.
That is so true. That is
That's
so
amazing.
true.
And everybody in chat that are from the West Coast are like this. West Side? Bet you seriously innocent said I had to go smoke. Probably feels a lot better now.
Yes, it does.
I
Oh,
hope the
wait.
pain goes away, TJ. I hope the pain goes away. I really do.
Good luck, TJ. Good luck. Don't work too hard. They ain't paying you enough to work you hard. I promise you.
No, I'm not from
Eddie, I got a
here.
complaint. I
What?
got a complaint. This is a serious issue for me because I keep becoming more and more annoyed about it. And maybe you can help me work through it.
Okay.
Okay. I do not understand why it is okay to pay someone $20 an hour to make a hamburger whenever they can't even get the order right.
I'm not paying anybody $20 an hour to make a hamburger. Man, for crying out loud, no one ever pays me to cook.
I
Why
have
am I
a
going to pay
fast
somebody else to cook something I could cook a
It's
lot
not just
better?
fast food. I have a restaurant curse. It doesn't matter where I go or where I eat. My order will always be wrong. Or they'll
So
forget my order altogether.
I don't eat fast food. I quit eating fast food a long time ago. So I'm just not. No. Last
Not
time I
just
ordered a
fast
large
food.
fry, I emptied out that large fry into a small fry and it was the same size. I walked back into that restaurant and said, I want a large fry. Well, we gave you one. I'm like, this into here. It's the same size.
Not just fast food. I'm cursed with any restaurant.
Oh,
I'm I, okay. There's a restaurant. My husband. It was a first date. He took me to this Mexican restaurant, authentic Mexican restaurant. Right. Got my food. Everything was great. Went there with a friend and my husband another time, ordered my food. I have a severe allergy to peppers. Severe. They know that, they knew that at the restaurant. We had visited, times before that, but went back with a friend. I be darned. I got my order and didn't end up having to get emergency care because guess what was in my food? A pepper.
peppers.
So while we're sitting there at the table, I'm literally starting to talk, and my face and my lips are swelling up, and I'm starting to drool everywhere. Before I got treatment, I was sitting there just a slobber box, looking like an idiot in the restaurant. But every time I go somewhere, whether it's you know um, a sit down and eat, a nice restaurant, a high end restaurant, or fast food, my order is always messed up. How can I overcome that?
So I should get my stomach, my stomach, get the band put around my stomach,
Nope,
or have the surgery to shrink my stomach
nope.
because I have a problem with food, eating it.
Okay. Well, then it sounds to me like you need to buy yourself a whole bunch of popcorn.
Popcorn,
Hmm.
popcorn,
Yep.
starch. It's a lot of starch.
Cucumbers, celery. They're hollow calories. Like literally, you burn more calories eating celery than you gain from eating it. Did you know that?
No, but I like eating cucumbers.
There you go.
I
Cucumbers are
like
such
eating
a low calorie food. They're
cucumbers.
almost a 0 calorie food.
I like cucumbers soaked in vinegar.
There you go. There are certain foods that you can eat that will satisfy your craving just to eat that are so low calorie that eating those foods actually burns more calories than eating them. I mean, than you get out of them. Also, if you're having trouble with feeling full, if that's the case, more protein. Protein fills you up.
But I have a problem with eating celery plain. I need dipping sauce for it.
Oh, hmm.
Yeah, like ranch dressing or blue cheese.
See, and
That's
that
my
makes it.
issue.
Yep, and that adds calories to it. You don't like it plain?
Hell no.
Hmm.
It's
I
like
only
when I
like
go and have
mine
a
plain.
salad, I have that salad swimming in dressing. And plus, I'll talk to you later about it. But I'm getting tired now.
Well, you know this. Most people don't know this about me, but I used to weigh 230 pounds. Can you believe that?
I
Like, you're
used to
my friend on
weigh,
Facebook. You know what I look like now. Most
yes.
people don't believe that I used to weigh 230 pounds, okay? But after I had my daughter, I had a hard time losing the weight. And I couldn't figure out because I cut back on my diet and everything else. And I was like, I'm having so much trouble losing what's going on. Well, I ended up going to the doctor because I was having pain in my back, right? And he told me, you're losing kidney function. Quit drinking sodas. Quit drinking sodas. Just quit drinking them. They're terrible for you. And I quit drinking sodas. Well, it turns out I had quit drinking water. At some point along the way, I become so addicted to sodas, Mountain Dew, and Coca Cola that I just quit drinking water. And I was literally consuming all of my calories in a day just in soda. And it was bad calories. It wasn't calories that were good for me. Whenever I quit drinking soda and started drinking nothing but water, sweet tea, and lemonade, that's it. Maybe Kool-Aid every once in a while. But whenever I quit consuming my calories and my drinks, that is whenever the weight started coming off. It took 3 years to lose it all, but it was the best decision I ever made in my life was giving up sodas.
That's a good thing.
And I wasn't even trying to lose weight. I just quit drinking the sodas and the weight just come off.
So that must mean I got to quit drinking coffee.
Do you drink your coffee with a lot of sugar in it?
I drink my coffee with a lot of flavored creamer in it.
A lot of creamer?
Oh, yeah.
Mm. See, and artificial creamers and stuff are worse for you than a real cream. Hmm. No, don't give up coffee. I can't give up coffee. I have to have one every once in a while myself. Don't give it up altogether, but maybe like one good way of doing it would be every other time you go for a cup of coffee, instead of getting a cup of coffee, get a glass of water. Did you know that drinking an 8-ounce glass of water in the morning will help your body wake up better than drinking a 16-ounce cup of coffee?
Yep. But I think it's about time for bed.
I think it's about time for bed too, Eddie. I've already been yawning for the past.
Angels is like, I don't know if this convo needs a trigger warning or not. Weight and food issues.
Well, sometimes weight issues can stem from mental
Yeah,
health
and we
issues.
can't. That's one subject that I don't cover because it's against YouTube policies.
Oh, I did not know that. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
not know that. I did not
Yes,
know that. Wow.
yes,
Learn something new every
yes.
day. Thank
Yep,
you for telling me. Now I will never bring it up again, I can assure
yep,
you.
yep, yep, yep. So,
Wow.
yep,
It's so sad what this world has come into. You can't even help people for people
yep,
getting in the way being offended. That's
yep.
sad. You know, my
But I'm gonna
dad
have
used.
another cup of coffee and go to sleep.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. I can drink coffee and go to bed.
My dad used to be able to do that. Man, I drink one cup of coffee and I'm wired for hours. I don't see how y'all do it.
Have a good night, Cindy Rose. And thank you for being here. I'm here at this time every night, 8 p.m. and 2:30 a.m. So, seriously, Innocent, thank you for being here. Angel's Lies to Keep Control, one of my troublemaking mods, thank you for being here. Lisa, thank you for being here. Chris, good seeing you. Who else is in here? Still in here. Must have got lost. Thank you for being here. Who else is still in here? So I can thank you. Barbosa, thank you. It's good seeing you. And I'll see you tomorrow night, Lisa. I'm going to be covering, it'll be posted. Mark Anthony, thank you for being here. So,
Eddie, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I just want to say I'm sending my blessings, my loves, and my prayers out to everyone always. Right. And you guys don't pet the sweaty stuff and don't sweat the petty stuff. Life's too short to be miserable. Don't let someone else's opinion of you reflect on who you are. I love you, Eddie. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that was a thing on YouTube.
Yep.
So I'm sorry about that.
I'll explain more in detail.
Awesome. Well, you're always welcome in my Discord. You know that, brother. So,
yep.
Blessings.
What is Trill still waiting over there? Or did she fall asleep muted?
She fell asleep muted. She does that often. I just let her be. I just let her be if she falls asleep muted because she's got herself muted, so it's no big deal.
All right.
Much love and blessings, you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, Eddie.
So, Angels, I did talk to Viperin earlier. And tomorrow I will be talking about him during the day live because he said I could share everything. Just so you're well aware, tomorrow I'll be sharing everything and the reason why Viperin hasn't been around. So I did talk to him. I had a phone conversation with him. So he told me what was going on. Just letting you know. Yes. He said he's an open book and he don't care if I share what's going on. So I love Viperin. Viperin's a good brother of mine. So I will see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. All things serious, out.